Hey Capricorn. Okay, so thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to spend it with me for your tarot reading. This tarot reading will be focusing on the last month of February, and then from here on out I will be doing monthly readings at the beginning of the month. And this is a very general reading for all the Capricorns out there. So you probably will hear some things that will make sense to you and then some things that will make sense to others. If you are interested in getting a much more personal reading, I encourage you to check out my website, www.blissfully.com. I put a link in the description box below. We can do Skype meetings. I can send you a recorded video just like this one. I'm going to move the screen down so you can see me a little bit better in the cards. In email. I don't remember if I said that or not. I can send an email. So yeah. I also, if you're in the Phoenix area, I love to do events or parties and meet a lot of people and read cards for them. It definitely is something that I am very passionate about doing, is meeting new people and helping them through any roadblocks that they might be currently having, and I mean a really good reason to be into tarot in the first place. The tarot itself is a really wonderful tool to help people get insight and find peace with experiences that they may be going through currently, and also give positive suggestions on where to take things to the next level. So I'm going to go ahead and put out a spread for you guys. You are more than welcome to pause the video if you want to go to my Instagram and pick up the photo of this spread, so you can follow along and see the picture of the cards as I'm going through it. I'd like for you to be able to have the option to see both my face and the cards. So here we go. I'm going to put everything face down first so that I can work through the cards one at a time and not get overwhelmed with everything. And yeah, that's just what works best for me. And you'll find that the more people that you meet that read cards, they have a different method that works for them. Okay, first card is the U card. Is the Nine of Winter, and it's a little bit waterlogged, so you might not be able to see it that well. I've been loving this deck for a long time. The Nine of Winter is a card that represents a woman in her bedroom, and she is hiding from, outside forces, outside fears. And this being a winter card, it represents a lot of internal mental issues, mental turmoil, that kind of thing. So it seems like there's a lot of anxiety going on for you right now, and it could be possibly just created for yourself, or there could be surroundings happening in your life that you feel are a threat to you, and there's something that is giving you some worry. Crossed by that, the card that is crossing your U card is the Herald of Spring. So what I think is happening is that there's a new chapter about to happen for you in your life, where you're about to pursue and go on basically a journey of practicing really things that you feel passionate about and maybe seems a little bit out of the box to you, and you're probably currently experiencing some anxiety in relation to that. Worried about if this journey is going to be worthwhile for you, if it will be a failure or a success, that kind of thing. And you seem to be very focused, very driven on this journey. Your above card, which is very similar to like your ego, what's presently on your mind at the moment, is this card. It is the Ten of Spring. And you can see in here, it looks like there's a man walking through a pathway of basically chaos, of people trying to show him different things or move on their own path and are getting in each other's way. And I think what's happening is you're creating this anxiety for yourself by tunnel visioning, giving yourself tunnel vision about the path ahead of you. And trying so hard to focus on moving in this journey and moving in this specific path that it might be causing you some fear about, you know, the long run, what's going to be the result of all of this. In your subconscious, in your below card, you have the Ace of Winter, and it's a simple icicle. And as we had mentioned before, the winter cards represent sharpness, strictness, mental issues, things of that nature. And so it definitely feels like there's a cross happening for you in your life right now where you're struggling with things that you are passionate about and the fear of the result of those things coming into life. Maybe things that you're passionate about are not typically the normal thing in a culture of today's society that would be responsible or creditable, that kind of thing. But I think you have it in you, Capricorn, that you are the type of person that is very... this is where your cross is. This is where your struggle is, because you're the type of person who is also very practical, but will willfully go down a path if you believe that it feels right to you. And that's what you're getting in your recent past card, is the Knight of Summer. I'm trying to get it in the frame here. The Knight of Summer, he is the type of person that just jumps in full-heartedly into whatever decision he has made. That's something that you've recently done, which I think is moving into this new chapter of your life. But having since done that, it seems that you're having some trepidation about it, some fear about it. And rather than diving in full-heartedly and accepting whatever comes your way, it's turned into guarding yourself and just moving as fast as possible through the path to get to where you feel like you'll feel the most comfortable. And so just from reading this, what I would suggest for you is to get back to that space of openness again, where it felt good to just do what felt good. And it will probably take some hard work for you to practice that, as well as just taking hard work in general to stay on this path, and to make sure that you're able to provide for yourself what you need. Your upcoming future is the Three of Autumn, and it is that the 3 represents almost creating the foundation for yourself. 4 represents 4 walls. 3 is the number right beforehand, and it usually means the fruition of bringing something into the physical world, but not necessarily having a handle on it yet. And the card being Autumn is similar to Pentacles, material wealth, career, lifestyle, that kind of thing. And, you know, it's combining your passions with hard work and effort, and knowing that it's going to take motivation like this to get to where you want to be, while also still having an open heart. I'm not sure if that's going to make sense to you, but there's a difference between doing hard work and keeping your mind closed, and doing your hard work and keeping your mind open. And for me, what that means is that if you're keeping your mind open, you're allowing yourself the possibility to grow and to expand and to learn and to improve. Whereas if you're keeping your mind closed, you're going to keep doing hard work, but it's going to feel like insanity because you're still doing the same action over and over and over again, but you're just working really hard at it. So that's seeming like the major theme for you today. Your friends and family card is the Empress. And this card is female leadership, mothership, caring for others, and having a very regal sense of oneself. You might have a parental figure, a mother or father figure, or maybe even an aunt or a grandmother who you look up to as a role model in your life, but maybe isn't necessarily someone that you would want to emulate as closely. which I think is bringing you to the cross that you've got right now, which is fear of moving towards a chapter in your life where you're practicing being more yourself rather than trying to mirror those that have come before you. And I understand that completely because I've gone through that myself. And so, again, it's going back to the open heart, open mind idea. You're going to have more success in your life if you practice who you are with an open heart and an open mind. And this reiterates that. Your hopes card is the Six of Summer, which for me represents nostalgia, remembering your childhood, remembering what made you happy, and the fact that it's the six, in numerology terms, 6 represents expanding your horizons, and it being a summer card, it can mean your passions, expanding that into something even greater than what it has been before. And in this chance, expansion means to look back as to how things were when you were a kid. When you were a kid, you used your imagination much more. You allowed yourself to do things because it felt good, because it's what you wanted to do. Bring that back into your life now and start practicing those values. And go through life without any inhibitions, because any success or failure is going to be just as much of a learning lesson for you than it is to be afraid of having a failure. It's always a good thing to experience something black in order to understand what white is. Your fears card is the Ace of Spring, which also to me represents the beginning of a new journey, but differently from the Herald of Spring, which is the card that is crossing you. I can't figure out how to get things in the frame. The Ace of Spring necessarily means the fruition of the idea on going on a journey. And so the idea of you going on this chapter, which you know is happening, is making you nervous. It's making you feel like you have to focus. You have to put in the closed-minded hard work that you think needs to happen, that everybody else is telling you needs to happen in order for you to be successful. Trust your gut. Trust your intuition. But still put in the hard work. And so just as some tough love, the final outcome message is the Herald of Winter. And so he's saying that even though this journey that you're about to go on, this new chapter in your life, it will take hard work. Just like he's saying, it probably will challenge you mentally, and you will end up coming out with a larger expansion and understanding on how the world works. Because the winter cards also represent mental trials. So trust that by following what makes you happy, you will come out successful, and the universe will then provide back for you the things that you need in order to be successful. Use your teachers as a representative of something that worked for them but isn't exactly what you need to copy in order to make it work for you. Use it as a rough draft on how you want your world to be. And just know that putting in the hard work and putting in those hours and thinking long and hard about who you are and how you want yourself to be shown off to the rest of the world, it will pay off in the end. Okay, so I think that was a really good reading for you, Capricorn. I'm so thankful that you took the time today to spend it with me for your reading. Please in the comments let me know what you thought. If there's anything in particular that you'd like me to post a video on, if you're curious about something, that kind of thing, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Also, if you're interested in a personal reading, please feel free to go to my website, blissfully.com, and book time with me for a personal reading, or, you know, if you're interested in having me at an event, let me know. I am very interested in connecting and meeting with new people and sharing our love for tarot. So it's been a pleasure. Have a great rest of your week. Bye.